Hi, Sarah here from smallbusinesssarah.com. And today I'm starting a new series all about how I started and grew my bookkeeping agency. Most of you know me just from my bookkeeping tutorial videos here on YouTube, but I also have a done-for-you bookkeeping agency called Evergold Accounting, where I help e-commerce and online sellers. I do their monthly bookkeeping for them. I have grown that bookkeeping business to a team of 5 bookkeepers and 1 administrative assistant. We're all working part-time, which suits us all very well, but it has been a journey and I've learned a lot along the way. And I thought it might be helpful to many of you bookkeepers out there who are just starting out and growing your own bookkeeping firm and agency to hear some of my story, and maybe you can benefit from things that I have learned along the way. So first, let me start off with a little background information about myself. I do have a degree in accounting, a BS in accounting, and after graduating college, I went and worked in public accounting. I did government and nonprofit audit. So public accounting was not my favorite, but it did allow me to get my CPA license, and so that felt like a great accomplishment. When my husband and I had our first child, I went part-time in public accounting. I knew that the public accounting schedule was not working for us and our family, and so I was always scheming ways to get out of public accounting and starting little side hustles in my spare time so that I could try and replace my public accounting income. So some of those side hustles included selling jewelry at craft shows, Etsy shops, a little Amazon selling. I tried several different things. During this time, I started my website, Small Business Sarah. And the idea there was just to share the knowledge I had about bookkeeping, accounting, and taxes to small business owners. And I did not have the intention of doing bookkeeping for people at that point. During that time, I discovered there was kind of a gap in the information in regard to bloggers and deductible business expenses. There's kind of a fine line for bloggers between personal and business use. And so I found that there wasn't a lot of guidance or information out there in that regard. So that led me to write a little book, The Blogger's Simple Guide to Taxes, which I self-published on Amazon. You can find this in the link below or on my website, or just Google it on Amazon. And related to that, then I also created the Etsy Seller's Simple Guide to Taxes. So I was kind of on a info product bent, shall we say. And I didn't have a plan to create a bookkeeping agency. But as time progressed, I was getting requests from readers asking for help with their bookkeeping or looking for a bookkeeper to do their monthly bookkeeping. And I realized that there was a need. And now my experience to date had been with my own blog and doing the bookkeeping for my own blog, and also doing bookkeeping for my own Etsy shop. The Etsy shop is unrelated to business financials, but it was a little Etsy shop making some money, and that was where my experience was. And so that is where I started to agree to help people with their bookkeeping, people in the online selling and e-commerce space. And that's kind of how it all got started way back in 2016, which feels like a very long time ago. So in each of these videos, I do want to provide some sort of takeaway for you so that you can learn and grow your bookkeeping business as well. The 2 takeaways I would say from my early journey story would be, One, you never know what stepping stones that don't ultimately work out will provide some benefit to you in the future. So the Etsy shop I was referring to is no longer active, but it provided me with a lot of knowledge and behind the scenes know-how with Etsy that kind of paved my way for my future bookkeeping agency working with a lot of Etsy sellers. So that, although it was a disappointment that that Etsy shop didn't work out, in the end, it was a huge benefit to me overall. So I'm glad I didn't become overly discouraged over that so-called failure. The other thing is my accounting degree has had a huge impact on my ability to do bookkeeping for many different types of business owners. Now, I know a lot of bookkeepers don't have accounting degrees, and that is absolutely fine. But what I do think is essential, and if you haven't taken this step already as a bookkeeper, I would highly suggest it. And that would be to get some sort of accounting training, whether that's just a class, an online course, something at your local community college, just some sort of not bookkeeping training, but accounting training so that you understand the behind the scenes of what's going on in the bookkeeping. Knowing your debits and credits and being very strong in that accounting knowledge will serve you very well as you grow your bookkeeping business. Bookkeeping itself, I feel, is very learnable for pretty much everyone, but there's a gap in the expertise between the bookkeepers who have the accounting background and understand what's going on and can therefore troubleshoot when things go wrong in the bookkeeping program. They know what it should be, or they know what they're looking for, versus the bookkeepers who just have the bookkeeping training. Maybe you did like I said, an online course teaching you how to be a bookkeeper, but unless you have that debit and credit and accounting background, you kind of don't know what you don't know. And so I would encourage you to find a class or a course or an old accounting textbook and just teach yourself some of those core fundamentals. I promise you it will make you a stronger bookkeeper overall. Do you need an accounting degree to be a bookkeeper? Absolutely not. But will accounting knowledge make you a better and stronger bookkeeper? Absolutely yes. Hopefully you have found this a little bit interesting and enjoyable. Please leave any questions or comments down below in the comment section, and I will see you later. Have a great day.